Yo, what's going on out there? It's Larry coming to you again with another Blazing Sports Report. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody out there who has tuned in to my conference championship predictions. Yes, I know I messed up by calling the game in Baltimore when it's really in Foxborough. I'd like to apologize for that, but my prediction still stands. I do think it's going to be the Niners and the Patriots. Joe Flacco, I don't have any trust in, and I think that that offensive firepower that the Patriots going to have right now, that they have going right now, is going to be clicking on all cylinders. Now, I might be wrong. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's still my prediction that stands in the AFC Conference Championship game. Moving on. Last night, Lakers, Magic. Lakers on the back-to-back on the Florida's trip, and we seen what Miami did to them, completely decimated them. And then last night, the Magic jumped out early and did the same thing to them. Now, everybody would like to look at the Lakers and be like, what's going on with the Lakers? I can tell you what's going on with the Lakers. Kobe Bryant is what's going on with the Lakers. Kobe Bryant, he done lost 75 mil, 3 houses. He done lost teammates. He done lost coaches. He's lost a lot, and a lot of people don't realize how much this is affecting Kobe Bryant right now. Now, he has teammates on his he has a bench, let me put it that way, that doesn't have anything that it mirrored a year ago. I mean, they lost Shannon Brown, athleticism. They lost Lamar Odom, glue guy. They've lost a lot. I mean, the one constant that remains is Steve Blake, Metal World Peace, aka Ron Artest. He's coming off the bench now. They still have Matt Barnes. He's in the starting lineup. But the thing that a lot of people don't realize is, even though he has that, there is not going to be a lot of talk about what's going on with the Lakers, for the fact that the Clippers are pretty much going to take over this city in the next 2 years, especially if Chris Paul stays after next year, when he said that's when he'll probably opt for a new contract. Now, even though the Lakers are struggling right now, the main matchup that everybody had their eyes on, which was disappointing in my opinion, was Dwight Howard versus Andrew Bynum. Now, we all know Dwight Howard is a great rebounder. Second straight 2020 game, 23 points, 20 rebounds if I'm not mistaken, or something like his stat line. But there's a lot of talk, especially between some of these analysts on TV, whether or not you would take Bynum or whether or not you would take Howard. I'm going to tell you right now, Andrew Bynum, he's young, he's raw, he's got the talent, but I'm still taking Dwight Howard. There's no question about it. Dwight Howard is the most athletic, most physically intimidating big man in the NBA. Granted, his offensive moves are a little bit one-sided. There's still nothing that you can do to convince me to say that Dwight Howard isn't what you want to have going forward with the NBA team. Now, there's talk about whether or not Dwight Howard's going to stay or whether he's going to go, and if he goes, the Lakers will be one of the teams that he goes to. If I'm the Magic, I'm not sending Dwight Howard to the Lakers, especially after what I seen with Andrew Bynum last night. It was clear cut that Andrew Bynum cannot handle Dwight Howard. And if there comes a time down the road when you end up meeting these Lakers in the NBA Finals yet again, then you're going to have this matchup again. You already know what you're going to get: Andrew Bynum in foul trouble, and Dwight Howard will dominate you, and then you'll be looking like the stupidest GM that ever existed. Now, on that point, whether or not I think Dwight Howard should stay or leave, in my opinion, any option that Dwight Howard has out there in terms of a trade would be foolish for him to go, for the simple fact they are going to have to give up so much in order to get Dwight Howard that there would not be any team left for him to play with. He talks about going to the Nets, who are going to be going to Brooklyn, so I'll never refer to them as New Jersey Nets again. They'll just be the Nets. He goes there, he gets Darren Williams, but they're going to have to send back a boatload of talent. And I don't think they want Brook Lopez, because they still don't know about the status of that foot. It's not healing up properly, and any injury to a big man, foot, knees, hips, that's always red flags for you. And that goes on to the Lakers, where you look at Andrew Bynum. Andrew Bynum, 25 years old, 26 years old, somewhere around there. Got bad knees. That's another red flag. You don't want a big man with bad knees. I wouldn't pull the trigger on that trade either if I'm the Orlando Magic. Then the third team is the Dallas Mavericks. The Dallas Mavericks has absolutely nothing to give the Magic in return for Dwight Howard. I don't know why he would even want to consider going there. And I definitely don't consider why the Magic would consider doing a trade with the Dallas Mavericks. It just makes no sense for the team as it stands right now. Granted, the Magic said they still want to be competitive if they trade Dwight Howard. I think if you're going to trade anybody from the Orlando Magic team, you get rid of Jameer Nelson, who is the absolute worst fit for this team. Jameer Nelson, yes, he hits big shots. Yes, he comes through in some clutch moments. But Jameer Nelson is the most inconsistent point guard in the NBA. The man doesn't pass well every night. He doesn't shoot well every night. He doesn't attack the basket when he has wide open lanes. He passes up good shots to take bad shots. His passing ability has gotten considerably worse, especially after what I've seen this year. If the Magic really want to win, they want to try to keep Dwight Howard here. One of the guys I suggest they go out and try to get is somebody like a Jose Calderon. Jose Calderon is always a high turnover to assist guy. He sets up his teammates beautifully. He always averaged double digits assists. He can knock down a 3-ball. He's a great free throw shooter. That's somebody who I think that Magic can use that is being overlooked right now in terms of what can be had out there for this Orlando Magic team. If I'm the Magic, I try to send Jameer Nelson to Toronto to bring in a Jose Calderon because I feel that he would be a better fit than Jameer Nelson is. You got to look at what he brings as opposed to what Jameer Nelson brings. And I look at Calderon, and when you look at when the Magic went to the finals, we went to the finals with Rafer Alston. Rafer Alston is basically what Jose Calderon is right now. So if I'm the Magic, I look closely at what needs to be fixed with the current team and not looking what I could get for Dwight Howard. We all know Dwight Howard is going to leave. But if I'm going to start over, I start off with a capable point guard and then use my big man to bring in another big man that can help set us up in the future. But are there any big men out there to be had for Dwight Howard? Of course there aren't. Now, unless you can pull off a miracle trade and bring both John Wall and JaVale McGee here, I don't think anything is going to happen. And personally, I don't want JaVale McGee, but it's a big man to start off with. That's my opinion on the Bynum Howard thing. Both players still suck offensively to me. They're both dominant defensively because of their size, their length, and athleticism. Granted, Dwight Howard is the most athletic big man. If the Magic are considering moving him, there's not anything to be had for him for equal value. We all know this. But if you want to consider winning with Dwight Howard, you go out and get a pass-first point guard, get rid of the trash that is known as Jameer Nelson, and we move on with our happy little lives. This has been the Blazing Sports Report. I'm Larry Jenkins. I'll holler at you.